The angels and gods of destructions we now know were first introduced to us at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, and by the end of the series, we had seen each and every one of them and learned a whole lot more regarding the world beyond the Z-Fighters. But throughout Dragon Ball Super, we also critically learned more about the current god of destruction, Beerus, and his penchant to sleep for large periods of time. A characteristic which seems to be wholly unique to Beerus and Beerus alone. And this becomes interesting when we also consider just how many times the topic of either training or selecting a new god of destruction has come up even early on in the series, with the offer being given to not only Vegeta when he first asked Whis for training, but also mentioned later in a passing comment to Goku during the Broly movie, where Whis asked Goku why he seeks to get stronger and suddenly jumped to the conclusion out of seemingly nowhere that maybe it was because Goku would like to become the next god of destruction. Of course, both of the righteous Saiyans refused, but it makes you wonder if Beerus' prolonged sleeps are somehow linked to Whis' incessant search for a new successor, and that perhaps though there may be quite some time left right now for Beerus, as time goes on, a certain deadline will approach. But what if this deadline was now? What if something happened within the universe that forced both Whis and Beerus to seek out the next god of destruction before it was too late? And this is where the story about the next god of destruction begins, and how one unexpected candidate ends up being selected. The story begins in outer space, where a ship that's eerily similar to Frieza's lands on an unknown planet. A soul figure flies out at maximum speed to an area that he recognizes. He walks along a barren corridor. Here you are. Finally, I found you. What have they done to you? Look at the mess you're in now. Terrible things are going to happen that will totally change the fate of our universe. You're the only hope. Together, we can do great things, my brother. Stay back! Maggot, after all this time, you dare to crawl in here. You left us at a time when we needed you most. Go back to where you came from. Idiots. Watch out, Frost. Make one move and you're dead. You don't realize what's about to happen. The effects on us will be terrible. We cannot be still anymore, because someone very annoying is about to take the power and stand in our way. The Omni Kings will merge our universe with the 7th. Suddenly, the eyes of the creature open. Meanwhile, in the land of the Omni King, the 2 Omni Kings after the turn of power shout out, "Call them! Let's start the ceremony. The great priest shall convene, Whis and Vados." Oof, how long will it take them? I bet they're already arguing. Beerus and Whis and Vados and Champa finally arrive at the location via instant teleportation. You're a nuisance. Each time that something happens, you're involved. Well, it's certainly not my universe that's the one that always creates troubles. The fact you're yelling in this moment is only thanks to my universe. I didn't ask you for anything, and I'd like to know what you did again. Lord Beerus, please get a grip. Lord Champa, don't forget where we are now. Suddenly, Beerus and Champa realize who they're in the presence of. Be quiet. As usual. Our apologies, Omni King. You're right, we'll stop it now. We didn't mean to disrespect you. We can start, now that everyone is here. In the Tournament of Power, the 6th and the 7th universe gave proof of the nature of their universes. Impressed with your sense of trust, the Grand Zeno decided to honor you with a gift. Lord Champa's universe, Lord Beerus' universe. From now on, they will be one. Please, Grand Zeno, you may proceed. Fusion! Ha! So, the 2 twin universes are merging for real? The other gods of destructions look on in intrigue. By following the universal rules written by the Grand Zeno in person, at the dawn of time, each new universe that was formed by the will of the King of All, or the result of the union of universes already in existence, it must therefore be given to a new and unique god. Hear that, Beerus? It's time for the kid to go back to his lair. How annoying! I'm not old enough yet to retire. I wonder who's able to become a god. If it happened to my universe, I'd be spoiled for choice. In addition, I have one last thing to say. So now we are two sides of the same coin. As announced earlier, the new universe needs a new god of destruction, and the previous gods have the responsibility to find a new one. And obviously, they will also have the duty to train him. To encourage you during the research, the Grand Zeno decided to give you a maximum of 48 hours to find him. But if you won't make it, your laziness will be punished with an erasure of both your universes. Say what again? We thank the Grand Zeno for the privilege. You may leave. Everyone then vanishes from the area. Meanwhile, back at Beerus' planet, it's not possible! Only 48 hours? We don't have the time to find someone that can be compared to a god. And I'm not so old to retire. I have no intention to leave my palace. Lord Beerus, you've got no choice. The Great Priest and the Grand Zeno were very clear about it. In addition, try to notice the positive side of it. Without the duties of a god, you can eat and sleep on Earth for as long as you please. Unfortunately, nobody can go against Zeno's will. So I suggest stop complaining and start focusing on the research. My universe is full of brave warriors. It won't be a problem to me to find someone worthy of taking my place. And I'm not scared by just 48 hours. Lord Champa, to be honest, between the warriors of the 6th universe, there aren't so many options. What's wrong, Champa? Where's your confidence and arrogance? I'm not surprised at all, especially after your performance during the Tournament of Power. I can find warriors that are able to obscure your poor pupils. Damn you. I prefer losing with honor than winning 3 against 1, dear brother. How dare you? If this is a challenge, I accept it. I'll shut your mouth once and for all. Well then, the game is on, brother. Remember, we only have 48 hours. You're really hopeless. Let's start. You're tough, huh? You're adapting very well to my fighting style. Let's see how you deal with this. Hame! Too easy? Well then. Very good. Let's see what happens if I go to my limits. Incredible! Your resistance is impressive. Here he is. As usual, he's training. We should go say hello. Sure, Whis, but first, I want to play a little prank on him. Surprised? Beerus completely dissipates Goku's Kamehameha wave. You look good, Goku, but this is not a pleasure visit. We need a new god of destruction, so you come with us, now. What? Me? I know that you've already refused this task, but this time, you're forced. We're making a classification of the best warriors of the 7th universe, and you are at the top of the list, obviously. A new god of destruction? But why? Exactly! The Grand Zeno decided to send me to retirement! Goku, the situation is more serious than you think. The Grand Zeno decided to merge our universe with the 6th, and we have only 48 hours to find a new god, otherwise Zeno will erase everything. I'm really sorry, Lord Beerus, but I don't think I'll be the right person to become a god of destruction. Not to mention that I have many things to learn, and here on Earth is where my roots are. If something bad happens, who's going to defend it? And now I also have the responsibility of a pupil to train. So I hope they would not be a problem if I refused your proposed— Idiot! How can you refuse so lightly? You should feel honored. Let's go, Whis. It's useless insisting with this big head. Okay. Whis and Beerus then leave immediately. Hey, Master! Good luck, Whis and Lord Beerus. I'm sure that you'll find someone much better suited to become a god. Huh? Master! I'm getting bored waiting here. Okay. Meanwhile, on Salad Planet, the new Saiyan settlement, the Salad Planet is the new base of the Saiyan race. So in your opinion, he could be here, Whis? As far as we know, he hasn't been around for a while, and the information that we have is limited. After all this time, I'm really curious to see how that blowhard has changed. My lords, I'm pleased to take you personally to the king. Do you hear that? They have a new king. What kind of egocentric can call himself a king? I can't wait to meet him. So, Vegeta, we are here to propose to you to become the god of destruction of the new universe. Who could be the king if not him? It's to be expected. Wow, King Vegeta! Think about it, it would be great. I never cared to become a god. I don't much like the idea. Kappa, prepare our men and let's go show our guests the new Saiyan power. Got it. What a bummer. Why are we here? Everyone, get ready. Get into it. Every Saiyan becomes a Super Saiyan before Beerus and Whis' eyes. What a surprise! I've never seen so many Super Saiyans all together in front of my eyes. So, Lord Beerus, what do you think? Yes, interesting, but among all these Super Saiyans, just one seems to be different. So, Vegeta, you two will refuse our proposal? I've worked too hard to rebuild what was taken from me. I cannot accept. Well, dear King Vegeta, I just have to wish you all the best for your people. Before I go, I'd like to tell you one thing about Goku. He has a pupil that is very promising. I hope to meet him one day. Beerus and Whis then fly off. Kappa, we don't have any reason to be so calm. I know who could be their next target on their list. And now, what will happen? Something out there. It's already happening. As I imagined, you've come empty-handed. I pity you. It's funny you say that. No god means the erasure of the new universe. Not to mention that the time is running out. I got it. You and I could use the Potara. We'll be a completely different being. Forget it. I will never fuse my body of yours. But other than that, we don't have the Potaras. Whis? Have you got another idea? Thinking about our list, we haven't considered a certain lord. What? You're not talking about... Just imagine what you could do with the title of God of Destruction. The free will. Is he not exaggerating? He's been talking to him for an hour. Being a god of destruction will make you respected throughout the universe, and in the others too. Moreover, how can you expect to be the emperor of this universe if Zeno will erase it? Don't forget that being a god will give you the power of Hakai, and your predecessors will help you to master it. Who knows how many limits you can overcome with the divine training. So, what are you going to do? A smile creeps along Frieza's face. Just like that, the new god of destruction is selected, Lord Frieza. Who do you think will be the next god of destruction? If you've got to this point, leave a hashtag God in the comments and I'll read and respond to your ideas. If you want to see more though, I highly recommend clicking on either of these two videos, which both are proving extremely popular with over 140,000 views between them. You won't be disappointed. Until next video guys, cheers.